Kwanze. Now, in the past episode, I was discussing about building lasting empires. Now, an empire is one that is designed to last for a very long period. Every king, every monarch will always want his leadership to continue for a very long period of time. There is no ruler, there is no king, there is no monarch who will want that his leadership lasts for a very short period of time. So that they may continue enjoying the throne, enjoying the power, enjoying the arms, the instruments of power. There is no leader who will wish to leave the seat of the throne. Now, just like businesses, there is no one who will want that he sets up the business and the business only operates for the first year, the second year, or just few months and it goes away. No. Every person, every investor, when he's putting up his strategies for the business, he wants to put on the best strategies that the business may thrive from one generation to the next to the next. Now I was to share about how the Indians do their businesses. You will find that even the children, they are incorporated into the business at an early age. The children, when they are still in primary schools, you will find them when they go to school, after they have come from the school, they are incorporated into the business. You will find them, the owner of the business talking to the customers or counting the money in the cash box, and the child is talking to another customer. The child is explaining the business model to the investors or other investors or the customers or the suppliers. So in this regard, the child grows up with the business. When the business is growing, when the business is making profits, when the business is expanding to other territories, when the business is acquiring other ventures, the child is growing up with it. So the child knows what is in the venture number one, what is in venture number two, and what is in the parent holding company. So in this case, with or without the parent who runs the business cannot collapse because the child has grown up with the business. If it is in finance, the child knows the numbers that makes up the balance sheet, knows the numbers that makes up the profit and loss, and even the debtors. The child knows where the debtors are. The child knows the creditors to pay. The child knows the bankers. The child knows, even has good relationship with the financials of the business. So, in this case, when the investor, who is the father, leaves the stage of the business, when the father has retired, when the father, by bad luck, has died, the business has not died. The business is still growing. The business is still on its feet. And there will be no gap due to the demise or exit of the managing director, who is the father. Instead, the business will continue seamlessly because the child knows what to do with the business, because the child knows the strategies the father employed when he was doing this business, with the strategies he employed when he started the business, the strategies he employed when the business was doing well at the peak. So what is there for the child is just to sit on that managing director seat and push the business even further. But some of us, they wanted to exclude the children out of the business, out of the company, out of their family acquired assets. Even others are dying without disclosing what they own, where and when. And until the government has established what we call the Unclaimed Financial Assets Authority, that in case there are assets elsewhere and maybe you never disclose to your family, the government can manage that asset until the owners of the beneficiaries to that asset are found. And most of the time, the children we find in our streets in town, they are not there because their fathers were poor or their parents were poor. They are only on the streets because their fathers were mean. I will call them mean parents. They refused to tell their children or to leave behind documented evidence of where their assets are, where the investments are. So today, precious viewers, today, my fellow investors, today, even as we aspire to build lasting empires, make sure that as you go up, somebody is behind you or someone is down you to support you, and to know how the business is doing. So thank you so much, and I want to welcome you in our next episode, in the session 2 of this building lasting empires, because it is a wide area, and at the end of it all, when we establish businesses, we will establish lasting businesses. Thank you so much, and welcome to our next session. And before we go off air, I want to welcome you all for suggestions, comments, questions, so that we may discuss and we may bring knowledge. We may become a bank of knowledge, a place where other people even can go to find information. Please, you can share your questions there, you can share your comments there, and you can also bring on board your views, even as we bring them together for other generations and all other who are interested in doing business. Thank you so much.